watching 7 Action News, always taking action for you.
All new tonight, the latest on the murder trial of Theodore Wafer. Both sides delivering opening statements today for the man accused of killing Renisha McBride.
And then prosecutors began laying out their case, claiming he did not have the right to shoot McBride, while the defense painted the picture of a terrified man who acted in self-defense.
7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig was in court today. She joins us live downtown with a look at what happened.
Yes, Jeff and Joanne, Theodore Wafer is charged with second-degree murder, and it's quite likely that he will take the stand.
Boom, 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 boom! He is awoken. And what happens is that he starts going, what is that?
In her opening statement to the jury, Ted Wafer's defense attorney described him as almost panic-stricken the moment loud banging on the door of his Dearborn Heights home woke him up out of a dead sleep. It was around 4:30 in the morning.
And still in that recliner processing that sound, boom, 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 boom! Front door. That gets him out of the recliner. That gets him out of the recliner in a second, and he gets on the ground, crawling, in fear, and to hide, and important, to look for the cell phone.
To jurors, Ted Wafer's attorneys are trying to paint Renisha McBride, the 19-year-old he shot and killed on his front porch, as a young woman who was so intoxicated from drinking and high on marijuana that she was aggressively banging on his front and side doors, and that 55-year-old Wafer thought several people were trying to break in.
And it was a commotion where the floor was shaking. The picture window was rattling, the doors were jiggling, the knobs were jiggling.
The investigation will show you that there was no signs of any attempted breaking into this house. There's no evidence of any prying, there's no evidence of any kicking, there's no evidence of any breaking, that the locks for all of the entries on the house, including the windows, were still secure.
The defense says Wafer didn't call 911 at first because he couldn't find his cell phone, and he doesn't have a landline. And they claim Renisha's banging actually broke the peephole and the screen door. But prosecutors say no, it was knocked out of place during the blast when Wafer pulled the trigger of his shotgun.
And then you see the screen like coming in broken down. What are you gonna feel at that moment? Fear for your life, and somebody's about to come in.
And we'll have much more from the courthouse on this first day of testimony coming up at 6 o'clock. You'll hear from Renisha's mother, and you'll also hear Wafer's 911 call, because after the shooting, Joanne, he did find his cell phone. It had been in his back pocket. We'll have that coming up for you at 6 o'clock. Back to you.
Kim, I know that this trial is getting some national attention. Who nationally was in the courtroom today that you saw?
Well, our network ABC is also in the courtroom. Also, we understand Al Jazeera is covering it. Also, CNN is covering this as well. A lot of attention on this particular case, and we understand that the trial is expected to last about 10 days. Back to you.
All right, Kimberly Craig reporting. Thank you for the update.